Welcome all. Today in this session, I'm going to tell you that how you can create a new repository in the GitHub and how you can push your local project to that repository. So first of all, for that purpose, just open your GitHub account. So I have just entered github.com. Now click on sign in link. And here you have to enter your credential and you can have to click on sign in. If you don't have any account in the GitHub, you can watch my previous videos that how you can create the account in the GitHub. So now when you click on that, you will be logged in your GitHub account. So when if you are creating a new account, so in that case, you will see that you will not able to see any repository here. It will be the blank page here. Okay, so you can do one thing, or if this repository page is not visible to you, you can simply click on this one, and here you can check view repositories. When you click on view repositories, you will able to see that these are the repository. These are the 4 repository which is available here. So how you can create a new repository? So for that purpose, simply do one thing. Simply click on this one, this arrow after the plus, and click on new repository. When you click on new repository, it will show you that this is your GitHub account, Pradeep Nailwal user, and after that you can give the name of the repository. Now, what is the purpose of creating a new Git repository? So that we can push our local project. It can be automation project, it can be development project. We can push our local project into the GitHub repository or in the GitHub account. So you can use any name for your GitHub repository, but I will suggest that whatever project you are going to push on your GitHub account, you should use the same name, but it is not mandatory. So let me copy the name of the project here. Now I will go to my GitHub account, and here I'm just using the same name for my GitHub repository. And here you can say when you put your name here, it will check for the availability that whether this repository is available or not. So why it is checking? Because whenever you create a repository on the GitHub, by default, it is public. Public means and everybody which is available on the internet, they can access this repository. So that's why by default, this radio button is enabled here. If you want to make your repository as a private so that only you can use it, nobody else, then you can make it private. But in that case, you have to create or get a license from the github.com. Now, in the description section, you have to give some idea about the project, why you are creating the project. So what type of project you are creating. So here I'm saying that demo project. But in real scenario, you have to give some description about the project here. Okay, so I have just given the description. Okay, I told you this, you have to select this public, but the public means your repository will visible to the all the peoples which are available on the internet. Okay, so now after that you can click on this add a readme file, and the purpose of this file is that whenever your project manager or your lead creates a new repository in the GitHub, they create a readme file so that they can give the or put the information about the purpose of this repository or purpose of the project here. Then you can click on add ignore file. It will ignore the file that whenever you are going to push some files or you want to send some file from your local account to this GitHub repository, you don't need to push or you can send every file to this GitHub account. You can ignore it. For that, I will take a separate session for that. And now if you're using you can say public repository here, so you don't need to select any license. It is free for use here. Now, after that, you will click on simple create repository. When you click on create repository, it will create a repository account for you. And here you can say it is the GitHub repository. Now you can go and check it here also. If I click on view repository, so under your all repository, now you can see here, now my new repository is also visible here. When I click on it, you can say currently it is a blank repository because that I have created directly on the GitHub. So in my next session, I will show you that how you can push this project which contains a few files here just for demo purpose. All the files, all the structure will be you can say you can send to your this GitHub repository. For that purpose, this is the you can say this is the GitHub repository URL. So whenever you are going to push your code from your local to this GitHub repository, you have to use this URL for that purpose. Okay, so now whenever you want to push it, you need to use few commands here, and about those commands we will discuss about in our next session. And in next session, we will discuss also about that what are the else you can say features which we can use to edit our existing repository. So now, if you like the video, you can click on the like button. And if you have not subscribed my channel till now, you can subscribe it. And don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you can get the notification about my upcoming videos. Thank you.